Welcome back, friends. So, here we are ready with another part of the series of solving grammar of ICSE English Language Paper 1. So, as in the earlier series, we have seen how we are going to apply those trick and all this, what you can say, formulas, certain tricks and tips to solve these grammar questions. So, let's get started with this ICSE 2016 paper. Okay, let's see the first one in the grammar component. We always get tense. Don't get tensed about this tense, which is actually not a very difficult one. So let's see how we are going to solve it. So first, initially, which is the trick for you to understand, is that just look at what is the beginning, the hint they have given. So generally every passage they give one, either it is in past tense, either it is in participle, or it is in present tense. We have to see that. The first one over here, they had given us, see, it is a past tense. He had been sitting. So had been, that means it is in past tense. He had been sitting on the bank of a small irrigation canal. So the next onwards from the line that we have to start solving, he was gazing at a couple of herons fishing in the muddy water when he felt something bump his elbow. Full stop. After that, there is a full stop. So, definitely, it would be a participle. Looking around, he found at his side a little goat, jet black and soft as velvet, with lovely grey eyes. Neither her owner nor her mother is a typical example of subject verb agreement they have given to us. So be very careful. They have given us be verb. Be verb would be, that means neither her owner nor her mother. Singular. Both the subject that use singular, but it is neither nor. So it is going to be was around. She continued to nudge Mukesh, so he looked in his pocket for nourishment. Rest of the things easy, but this subject verb agreement, that neither her owner nor her mother, you have to be quite alert. Let's see the next question, which is basically based on preposition, phrasal verbs. So there was steep rise in, okay, rising price, steep rise in onion prices. Air pollution is responsible for the spread of, it's very easy, spread of bronchitis. He was under pressure to complete the work. We generally keep on saying that he's under a lot of pressure. So under pressure. Joan jumped into the river to rescue the child. Jumped into the river, as you know, it's a very common saying. And also there's a logic behind this. Jump into the river, that means there is a motion involved. Okay, a person is jumping towards something. Okay, so jumping towards a river, so that's why two. And the river must be deep, so it is into the river. There is a movement involved, that is, and there is moving towards the sea, and jumping, it is force and movement, and it's a deep, the river is deep, that's why into. His teacher is very pleased with him. Ali took off his cap and wiped his face. So took off is a phrasal verb. Took off means remove or take it away. That is the meaning. Took off, remove. Okay. Remove your shoes. You can say took off your shoes, like that. The old woman could not get over the shock. I cannot get over this problem. Get over. Okay. He should not get away with such rudeness. That means he should not be allowed so much leniency. Okay. He should not be treated so easily, so casually. He cannot get away with such rudeness. This is also easy. So, comparatively, in this year 2016, it has been easier, this preposition part. Let's see the synthesis where you're joining the sentences without using coordinating conjunction and, but, or so. My grandfather is very old. He is very active. Okay. So this is it's a contrast. Generally, people, when you are old, people don't expect you to be very active. So contrast. So although my grandfather is very old, he is very active. Though my grandfather is very old, comma, he is very active. Even though, also you can use, even though my grandfather is very old, he is very active. In spite of, very important usage, in spite of being very old, my grandfather is very active. Or you can use despite, but despite we cannot use of. So despite being, Despite take participles. In spite also take participle, but it also has of. So in spite being very old, my grandfather is very active. Next one, Mala is not in the classroom. Mala is not in the library. So it's a typical example where you can see two negative sentences. So we can use neither nor. Mala is neither in the classroom nor in the library. Very important thing to remember whenever you are using this kind of coordinating conjunction, when neither nor, either or, not only but also, like this kind of coordinating conjunction where they go hand in hand, you have to see that after every that conjunction the same construction is followed. After neither, I've started with preposition that in the classroom. After nor also there is starting with preposition in the library. Okay, that is the reason. And neither, you can start like this also, neither, but neither, when you're starting with neither, it should be followed with a verb. Okay, so neither is Mala in the classroom nor she is in the library. Okay, so let's see the next one. She was so excited about her performance, she could not sleep at night. Okay, so so excited. So let's see. She was so excited about her performance that she could not sleep at night. Just you have to add that and join the sentence. She was too excited about her performance to sleep at night. That is also you can use too excited. Too excited means she was so excited that she could not sleep. Basically, that is the meaning. If you think it is they have turn the sentence little bit, because in transformation of sentence when we do the next part that we are going to do where they say use to two, or if the sentence is given like this, so excited, okay, so and that, okay, or else you can write with to, is basically they have turned the sentence and put in the synthesis part. Next is Mumbai is densely populated. It is one of the major cities in country. Here you can use synthesize the sentence, combine the sentence, or join the sentence using apposition, noun in apposition. Noun in apposition means when you put the noun, okay, or noun phrase, okay, or noun or pronoun thing, okay, next to the noun, okay. So in appositions. So Mumbai, how I'm taking this, Mumbai, then I'm putting comma, okay, both the sentence talking about Mumbai, right? So Mumbai, putting comma, one of the major cities in the country, then comma, and then I'm writing the remaining part of the sentence is densely populated. Or you can write Mumbai, which is densely populated, is one of the major cities in the country. So that's the four sentences done. Let's go to the last part, that is transformation of sentences. The book was so interesting that I could not put it down. To, see, we were talking about that, so that. So the first one only they have asked you to write for to. The book was too interesting to be put down. Here, this is little tricky because it is that the book was so interesting that I could not put it down. The book was so interesting. You can write like this also. The book was so interesting for me to put it down. That is also fine. The principal said all the prizes will be distributed tomorrow. The principal said that. Direct, indirect speech. It's very easy, or at least it would be very easy for you if you try to identify from which part it is giving. It is whether indirect direct speech, or it is a comparative thing. There is a so that, to, like that. Then you can recollect the technique to solve. It's very, very technical, this grammar part they give. The principal said that all the prizes would be, because principal said it is in past tense, would be distributed tomorrow will become the next day in the indirect speech. Last night's dinner was cooked for us by father. Now it is an active passive, by father. So that is in passive, we have to make it active. Okay. Father cooked last night's dinner for us, or you can say father cooked for us last night's dinner. If Mary catches the first bus, she will be on time for school. Conditional sentences. Okay, unless. So we know for if, there we can also use like provided that, unless. Okay, so now they have asked with unless, begin with unless. Unless Mary catches the first bus, she will not be on time for school. She will not be, unless she catches. In spite of and despite. This is a very, very, what you can say, Very common, very popular question that keeps on coming in the grammar ICC grammar part. So, in spite of having high fever, the girl came to school. Despite having, despite will never take off, so no question of putting off. So, but despite will take participle. So, despite having high fever, the girl came to school. Next, sixth one, again a popular one, prefer and rather. So you have to know the technique that prefer we followed by participle, the verb we make it participle, but rather we don't make it participle. I prefer going out with friends too. Prefer also take to, staying alone. I would rather staying alone at home. I would rather go out with friends than stay alone at home. So see the difference. First is prefer, takes participle and to. Rather, do not take, it doesn't take participle, and it takes than. Okay, doesn't take to. Hardly, next one, hardly had the teacher left the room when all the children started making noise. No sooner. Typical example again. Okay, no sooner had, no sooner had the teacher left the room than all the children started making a noise. So no sooner takes than, hardly takes when. Okay, last one. This is the funniest movie I have ever seen. Funniest. So it's a comparative superlative degree is given. You have to start with never. So in the both ways you can start. Never have I, never, okay, never have I seen a funnier movie than this. Funnier. This is a comparative. That's why than. Never have I seen a funnier movie than this. Or you can write like this. We want to make it positive. Both possibilities are fine. Never have I seen a movie as funny as this one. So this was it. So we'll be coming with more examples and more solved grammar questions of uh, years of 15, 14, 13 onwards. Stay tuned, and I hope this you find it very useful. And if you have any doubts, if you think that you have suggestions to give us, feel free to give us those suggestions. We'll try our best to incorporate those and make changes so that it serve your purpose. That is the whole motive, the purpose behind making those videos. So all the best to all the ICC students who are preparing this year 2020. So amidst this pandemic, I hope you are all staying home, staying safe, and doing your part as an alert citizen, okay, to help the country. Stay tuned for more updates like this. Subscribe my channel. Thank you.